Okay. Hello everyone, this is Sonia with Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you do not have a demonstrator of your own, I would be happy to be yours. You can go to my webpage, stamparoundthetable.stampinup.net, where you'll see more about me. You can see our products. You could place an order. You could sign up to do a party in your home, which we call a workshop. Or you could also sign up to be part of my team. Right now, celebration is going on, which is for every $50 you buy from the annual catalog, the mini catalog, or online products. For every $50 like that you spend before shipping and tax and all that stuff is added, you can choose something free from our celebration catalog, or brochure, I guess it's really called. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that today, but if you have any questions, reach out to me and I'll be happy to help you with anything like that. Now, today I am a little behind on things because I'm trying to get back in the swing, but I'm going to do our paper pumpkin from December. I haven't had a chance to do it. It's called All the Best. And let's see, do this. Lift these lights up a little higher so maybe you can see a little better because it's on the end. All the Best. And I wanted to show this, and just this week I got my paper pumpkin kit for January. So I plan to do that next week if things go according to plan, because they haven't necessarily recently been doing that. Okay, so a paper pumpkin comes to your home. It's a subscription once a month. It comes to your home, and when you open it up, you have inside, you have all the supplies you need to make the project that they are the way that they suggest. You always get an ink spot. This month, it's Pebbled Path. Bring it down with the light, you can see Pebbled Path. Okay, and I don't know if I need to try and make this a little bigger. If I make it too big, then sometimes, let me just try a little bit here. Okay, we'll try that. Oh, maybe that may be a little too much now. Let me go back just a smidge. Okay, I think that'll be better. Now, so you get the you get an ink spot. And this is, as I said, Pebbled Path. You get a stamp set with it, and this is I get a kit. My sister gets a kit, and we kind of do things together, so we share. This is the stamps that are included. Hello, friend, wishing you all the best, 1,000 good luck wishes, and then these flowers. Okay, like dandelions. They look to me. Okay. So once you open, when it comes, it's all encased in a plastic wrap. So I took that off beforehand. Then inside you see, here are your supplies. And I tip it out of the box. I try not to lift it with this because I want to save this tissue paper so I could use it. Sometimes I reuse these boxes and use them as gifts. You can even just turn it inside out. You could decorate the box then, but I sometimes give cards as gifts, and this is a perfect box to use it, and to have some nice tissue paper that fits well is a plus. So, oops, I bumped my camera. I'm sorry. I feel like my hair is getting in the way of the camera. Now I just had, and of course I'm not finding what. Oh, I did hear something fall, and I bet that's what it was, my little pokey tool. All right, I'll just get these. Usually open this with my pokey tool, but I'm not seeing it. And right as I was getting ready to start, I heard something fall, so it probably was that. So, oh well. It's life sometimes. Come on. Now in this, okay, so in here we have, sometimes this is there. Sometimes I have a hard time finding the edge of that, but I found it. And these are some, I'll leave it on the white so you can see these are gems, like Okay, they're kind of a light blue. And these are dimensionals. You can raise your things up a little. And this is, I have, because I had the other one out, this is adhesive. Okay, and that comes in handy a lot of times, rather than having to, there's certain times when it's really good to have this kind, tear and tape, that's what's called, the tear and tape. So I already have this other one, I'm not going to open this one right now, put that aside. Now, oh, and they also this time gave us a small number of these little glue dots, and a lot of times they give you a lot of glue dots, and so I've got a bunches that I've saved, so I've got plenty of glue dots. Now here are the envelopes. They're all the same this month. Sometimes they're different. Let's see, it's got this flower on the front. When you fold over, there's the envelope flap. Then there's 3 different card bases that they give us, and there's 3 of each. So there's this one. It's got, like, I guess it's supposed to be, I know it's supposed to be fluffy clouds or white from those. There's some that's all it is like the white and fluffy over the balmy blue, like the sky. And then we have 3 that are like this. These go this, I guess they could go this way too, couldn't they? You know what, that's the way they showed it, and that's why I used it, but now that I was thinking it didn't really go so well that way, but it may be okay to go that way. All right, so 3 of each of those. Then they gave us, for one of the cards, this is like, goes over the front, okay? Oh, yes, I'll look at this in a minute. Then here are, they gave us some little flowers. They gave us some that are gold. So there's those. They gave us some that are almost like stamped and painted and colored in, if you want to say that. But so we have these. Let's see. Let me get this out of here. So there's 3 of these. So on that one page there was 2 of these, so you end up with 6. There was 2 of these, so again you're going to end up with 6, and then 1 of these, so you'll end up with 3 when you punch them all out. Then they also have these, there's some banners here and some circles. This is to put a sentiment on. Okay, so there's some circles, there's banners. I won't do them all right now, but just to show you. And then some kind of fancy squares, I guess you'd call them. This month they sent us this plastic case. I'm not going to open it, but it just basically, just to open it, you just, yes, right. Because it's already folded. They have score marks. You just fold it like that. And then down here will go in the bottom and in the top. And then they gave us like this fancy belly band, and it does have places on here for you to score lines so that you can put it around so it will fit nicely. I'm not going to do anything with this today, but I will. I did do something I'll show you in a minute. Then there's this cardboard that they do give you for just to keep it some sturdiness. Some people use this for when they're stamping, because it is recommended that you have something underneath when you have clear stamps, which these are clear, and the ones from my kit I already put on blocks, and to give you a better impression to stamp on something. And some people don't have something, so you can use this. It does have a little give. And we do sell the Stampin' Pierce mat. Okay, you could have, if you have magazine at home, or you can just something that's got a little bit of depth to it, I guess you'd say, and a little bit of give. Then they also provide us with the directions. And on the front of the directions, I'll set this right here instead of flying, having it move all around too much. They show, here's in the card, in that plastic clear card box, there's some, they put some of the cards, finished cards in there, but there's this, those are the 3 cards that they recommend, and how they recommend to put them together. Then when you open it up, you'll see this is card number 1. Oh, down here on the bottom it shows 1, 2, 3, and 4 is the plastic box. So this is just showing you for each card, this is what they recommend to do it the way that they suggest. Then when you open it up, there's card 1. On this one, it's card 2 and 3 here, and then how to do the plastic box there. On the back of this, it shows everything that comes in the kit. So if you think you didn't get something you're supposed to, you can always look back here to double check it. It will have down here coordinating colors. So they gave us the pebbled path to go with this, but the other colors are balmy blue, crushed curry, old olive, and of course gold. If you have anything, any gold paper, specialty paper, or gold accents from other things, you obviously they'll go with it because gold goes with gold. Then here they have a few ideas for some alternate projects. This here, you can look at this and it will give you like a little thing to go to online that will show somebody opening the box also and doing stuff with it. And there's just more things that you can do. If you want to see some more ideas, if you go to YouTube and just type in December 2023 paper pumpkin, it'll, by Stampin' Up, it will bring those to you. Or bring you to them, whatever the right way to say that. You can find things from different people. Okay, so these are some things I punched out. So I'm just gonna put these over to the side. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start by showing you this box. Okay, now this doesn't have to come off for you to take the cards out, but I'm just going to move it up a little, just take it off so you can see. There's my cards in there, and what I did is I put one card face up, one card face down, and so I just put one of each in there with an envelope. And this, I thought I will just, that may be something that I decide to give to someone as a gift, just like this. Okay, but I am going to take them out to show you, because the cards that are in here are made the way that they suggest, or at least as close as I could get them. So here was the first one. Now let me get a few pieces here so I can kind of, okay, whoop, one, if I can get a hold of them, 2. So I didn't want to spend time really putting these together because you would be able to follow the directions, and there is a video showing that. But so here they are. Here's the card bases. They're already scored in the middle, so you just can fold that and burnish it. So this one, the pieces to this one, okay, it's this background, if I can pick it up, this card base, and then they put this on, and this was what they did for that was they had you use the tear and tape. So you just put one across here and one across there. Take the release paper off, and that'll stick right down like that. Then you would use one of these. Oh, and then they had you take one of these flowers, and they had you put dimensionals on the back. Pop that up right in there. And then stamp your greeting on there, your sentiment, and then pop that up. And then you put whatever you want on the inside. I don't believe I put anything on the inside at this point, because many times I do not with my cards until I'm giving them, just because I've had bad luck with it when I do it, and then when I go to give it, I like what it says on the outside, I like what it says on the inside, but not necessarily for the person I'm giving it to. And then they did have, I suggested 5 of those blue rhinestone to go on there. I don't know, they're really rhinestones, but that's what I'm calling them. Okay, so then the next card that I have here is this. And it used, this, and it used this, and then it used the little, use this one, and is it that one? Let me make sure. Yes, use these two. So it had you stamp the greeting, and then put these like on the corner here. Actually, what they would do is I would stamp it, and then they had this popped up. So put the dimensions on, put that on, and then they had one dimension on the back here. Or no, they didn't put it. I put a dimension on the back. They just suggested one of the glue dots there, but I wanted the dimensional to help support that a little better because it was sticking off a little. And then a glue dot back there, and they just kind of have you put it kind of like that. And then they suggested these three. Okay, and again, the inside right now is plain, it's white, just plain white. So there's that one. Then the last one, and see here I have the envelopes already with them, so that's all set to be, I can give that as a gift, is this one. It's this nice oval. So, but a circle, it's kind of an oval there, but they had you do the circle. So they had you put the circle down flat, and then take these, two of these, and pop them up around the edge. Oh, first before you put that on, you would stamp your sentiment, glue that down, then, whoops, and then I just dropped it, of course. Put this on like this, and then again, 5 of those. Okay, so you see they go together pretty easily. The directions are pretty easy to follow. They're mainly in pictures, a little bit of writing, but mostly in pictures. And if you weren't, occasionally I find that most of the time I can pick up, I know what they want you to do. Sometimes you can tell just by looking at the cards, the finished cards. But if you ever get stuck, again, as I said, they do show you, I can give you a link here that you can go online to watch somebody actually putting them all together. So that could be a help to you like that. So I'm just going to put these back in here. So let me see. So this one I had forward, this one I had back. Okay. And then I just put these. And you can put them in any order. That's the order I decided I wanted them in. And I did it this way. You can just have the envelope on the back, but I just wanted them to be able to kind of get a peek at what was in there. This, it just, it folds on it gives you some, already it has these 2, or 4 score marks, 2 there and 2 there, and then you just use some of the glue dots to put it together, and then it just slides over. And it already says for you, and then you can add this one flower if you would like to decorate it. And that's all set for you to give. Okay, so that's the way that they suggested doing that, okay? I have a couple of some alternatives here, and then I'm going to show you some kind of a fun fold in a minute. So first, this is one. Now this is from some card bases I happen to have left from a long time ago. It was called, let's see, they're like this, and they came with this envelope. I have quite a few of them. I bought quite a few at the time, and I haven't really used them much since you could get them with gold or with silver. They're no longer available through Stampin' Up. You know, but if you wanted, if you didn't have this, you could even just take a plain card base and just put a piece of gold, of your gold paper on it. And if you wanted, you could make it like a frame, so you're not wasting all that gold in the center. Okay. And then I took, because what I did was I cut apart some of the cards, and wait, no, this was actually, yes, I cut apart some of the cards, and I had, this is one I cut apart, so I had this piece left, but I wanted a little bit more of the gold to show, so I just trimmed it down just a little bit. So, and you can do it, yeah, I could have done a little more, could have done a little less, and that, do I have my, and of course, my ruler. it's not right here. Where's mine? Wait a minute. Just so I can give you an idea, a better idea. I'm sorry, I should have had this all. So the blue itself is, oh, the blue is 4 inches, so that must mean it's by 4 by 5 1/4. Then the white was the white overlay that they gave us. I did trim just a smidge off the bottom because it didn't go quite the way I wanted. But that, so that is, see if I can figure that. That's like 3 7/8 by 5 and, let's see, it'll be 4/8, right? No, 4/8 is a half. 2/8, 3/8, or even could be 16ths. It's really just the size you want. I just wanted, you can see it had this, I just want a little bit of blue to show, and I wanted the gold to show. And then I used the, this that they gave us, this little banner, and I took a little bit of the balmy blue, just a little bit to have a little edge around it, just to have it stand out a little more from the card. And I didn't put the other flower on like they had recommended, and I put 2 of these on. Okay, and again, inside, when you're ready to send it, you can stamp whatever you want. You could decorate it if you wanted, because we have the stamps that for flowers like this, so you could even stamp them in, and even in gold. Like if you have, you can do some embossing, heat embossing, or you know, something like that. Or you could even put like one of these in, or you could cut the flower from this flower. Okay. What else was I thinking of? There's one other thought I had. Oh, and if you wanted to, I've done this sometimes. I didn't with this. Sometimes I want a little bit of color inside. So if you wanted, you could put a piece of blue cardstock and then another piece of white over it to give a similar look to this. It just wouldn't have the gold, but if you wanted the blue and white in there, you could do that as well. Okay, so this was really overall fairly easy alternate. Okay, now then I wanted to try something with a fun fold. Now, if you have watched me, you know that my favorite fun fold is to take a card and whatever the card size is, and the regular and whatever, and fold this side back. Now this happens to be folded back in half, and so I have 2 of them here. Okay, and this is called a swing card, and I have to say I got the idea on how to do this because it's very easy from Connie Stewart. Because she had on here, it wasn't with these cards, it was something totally different, but the idea of how to make these swing cards I got from her, and I'm going to make one here in just a minute to show you. It's really very easy, and it's like a, what's the word I want? It's, oh, like I said, I like just being able to have the cards like this. You fold that back. Usually it's not open like that, it's just folded. And I should have grabbed one of the cards I made in the past like that, but I did not. But she used a die to cut these out. Now, I had to play around and find what oval fit. The circles that I had, the plain circles, were not big enough, so I found that my deckled edge dies, my deckled circle dies, were the ones that I used to cut out on here. And I did use 2 of the circles that they provided me with. Okay, so what I did, I'll show you on this. So first of all, what you have to do is, instead of having this be the outside, this side is going to be the inside. And you start by, you do fold it backwards basically, because ordinarily that would be on the outside. So you want a white, and this one's the white's going to be on the outside. Okay. Oh. And then I want to see, this is the front because that's at the bottom. So then you're going, what I did was, because this is, okay, get the right, so just on this one, see the front is 4 1/4, so half of that is 2 1/8. So I'm going to go to the 2 1/8 mark and then score it. Or if you want, you don't even have to score it. You can just fold it back because you know it's going to go and be in half. So you could fold it back in half. Okay, so, and I'm just going to use my bone folder to make this. Okay, now when I've done many times, I just will that's what I'll do, that, and then I'll put something on the front and so it opens. So for example, if I wanted on this one, I could put like something like, put my sentiment like that, put flowers around it and open it like that, and then my inside sentiment would be there. Or you could have another decoration and leave the back for your, you know, like to write on or whatever. Okay, but I'm doing it a little differently this time. I want this area right here to be the part of the swing card. Okay, so just showing, here's 2 again, and you'll see in a minute how I did that. All right, now we're going to, where is it? If you don't have dies, you're not a die cutter, it's okay. I'll show you what you can do instead if you don't do that. And I think I might want that up a little. Do I want it up a little higher? Anyway, I think maybe right about there. So what we're going to do is then we need our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Okay, and then I'm going to have, I had it here a little earlier. Where did I put them? Down here, right? So I was trying to make sure I had everything set. Okay, so then you're going to use your base plate number 1 and number 2. And I always cut out on here, but I'm showing you, but this one you do need to see. And then 2 of the number 3 plates. So this one's going down here. Then what you're going to do is you decide where you want your opening to be, and I want it to be, have about the same amount top and bottom and side to side. You could put it up here so it's a little more up here, put it down here a little more. This one I had in the middle, but I think this one, let me just look at it here one more time. I gotta hold it up to look at it. Do I want it there? Do I want it down here? I think you want it like that. Once you decide where you want it, what's nice with this is that you can see like the little indentations from the scallops. You see those, and where did I, oh, here it is. And I got some washi tape here that I'm gonna use to help. So hold this down, make sure. It should not stick, but I want it to stay. Now, okay, so actually Connie had this open when she taped it down. You do want it open when you're cutting it. And did I get that? That's there. I think I got this. Is that a little crooked? Let me just look. I think it is right there. There, that's a little better. Okay, so there's that. Of course, my son's calling me on the house phone. They didn't realize I might be doing this while they were gone. Now, you only wanted to cut this part. And so funny. Can't tell you how many times I get a call on the house phone while I'm on. Now, see, so this, just because so let me just explain again what I did here. That, I lined this up along the edge of that score line, and that's why it only cut that much. It didn't cut all the way through, okay? And then, oh, and this is from the Color and Contour bundle. let's see, and it's called Scallop Contours. This was all, we've had this around for a while. I really like this a lot. Okay, so I'm using that. And I used the second smallest. Okay, now, then I'm going to need 2 pieces. And I want it in basic white. I could do it, you also could do it in balmy blue. I'm going to do it in basic white. Let's see, that's not quite big enough. Kind of forgot I was going to need this. That's all right. I should have done these ahead of time, and I totally I was trying to get everything together, and I'm behind schedule today, so I just kind of kept going and didn't have this. All right, so there's one. I really was only going to show you how to cut it, that one, but we need both of these, so I'm just going to do this quickly. Sorry, because I know it can be real. If you understand about the die cutting, this is not as exciting as watching paint dry. If you don't, if you're new to it, it's good for you to see that that's what we do. Okay. Now, okay, so put these aside, and then what you're going to do is this, see, this will fit right there. I didn't think about, forgot that it had this little thing, but that's all right, it'll be all right. Sonia? Yes, I'm doing a video. So that, and, okay. All right. So, I just want to think what I want to say on the front of this. And I think, because it's not real big, I think I'm just going to do the hello there, friend. And they gave us, like, which I think maybe I will do that. The, pebbled path. You could do it with the balmy blue or a yellow if you want. I think I'm going to try the pebbled path and grab my, here it is, my Stampin' Pierce mat. I can get a hold of this. Hello, friend. Okay, and then, so this is going to go right on there. So I'm going to just use the tape runner I have. It's not a Stampin' Up! Tape runner, but you can use whatever you have at home, whether it's some type of tape runner, liquid glue. Okay, so that's gonna, oh look, that's right, it'll be covered up in a minute. I didn't realize I hit it on my fingers. So when I did it on the wrong side. Oh my goodness. Well, I can get this off because I didn't. Yes, this has to be on the outside. Oh my goodness. Your front greeting, you have to, if you close it down and then go to the outside. Aren't you glad I practiced this before with some? There's that. Okay, and then, because this folds back, so see when you open it, like that. Now we're going to put the other one here. And it's always better to stamp before you stick. So on this one, I don't want to, I'm not going to put a any saying there. I'm going to color some flower, or stamp some flowers, and I'm using the crushed curry. And what I'm going to do, because I want just the flower parts, I'm going to put the flower, hopefully you can see this, just the flower head right on the yellow. You can do the other on, you do it with the green, with the stamp pad, but I also like to do it, that's this little, with the marker. So this is the old olive marker. And then you just kind of breathe on a little, like some people call it huff. Go with your breath. So there's that one. And then I'm also going to put some of these on it. So again, I'm going to get just the flower head in the yellow, the crushed curry, and do the, and then I'm going to have this And let me see, then I think I'm going to just do the little ones. I may end up doing another one that size, but I just kind of want a few of these like wispy. Oop, oh yeah, the yellow's there. Just, did I grab the right yellow? Just want to see, did I get crushed curry? Or, oh, this is Daffodil Delight, so the other was darker. So anyway, but I am like, there's the crushed curry. Let me just try something here, which you have to, because they're clear, I can do this. I'm going to just do just the yellow there and just put it over. Oh, I did get a little on here. I should have wiped that off. And then I'm going to do the other one. I think that's the other one. Yes. Just do them a few places. One, two. I'll do one more here in a minute. But what I want to try is, where's my, wipe this off with. Make sure I want just yellow. So I'm going to do the, should have remembered that. I'm going to do that just over this. Doesn't have to line up perfectly if you don't want it to. And just to kind of, actually that one I may just, it's not even the whole thing. I just did part of it there, just however. And then I want one more over this way. Do I? No, I don't want that one. Maybe I like this one. I think so. So, but anyway, you can do whatever you want. You know, your little design there. Let me close these up so I don't get it all over myself and my project. And okay. All right, those are all. I'll wipe that off later. Now, so this one, I'm going to put on the inside. So again, you just line everything up. So there's that. See, so now if you don't have dies, you don't want dies, you don't have them, whatever, you're not there yet. What you can do is you can just do like a rectangle, or you could do a circle. Just a rectangle is fairly easy. Oh, I'll just show you real quick here. Okay. So actually, let me just cut this in. Should cut this in half because that's about the size of, just to make it about the size of a card base. Okay, so this is where this is going to be folded. So you can, if you have a rectangle, or you can draw it using, you know, ruler and pencil. If you have, great, this is not folded evenly, but you know, if you have a trimmer like this, I'm going to do, let's see, 1 3/4. I'm going to come up to, oh, yes. Oh, wait, I'm not doing that right. I'm messing myself up already. All right, just from the center. I didn't do that quite. I will do it down here to just kind of show you. Okay, so the center is 4 1/4. So I'm going to start at 4 1/4. I'm going to go in inches 5 1/4 and another 1/4 inch. So that's 5 1/2. Then you can move this over. Now this one's going to be, this time it's going to be at 5 1/2. And see, there's a little line here on the side. You put that at the 5 1/2 mark. Line this up with the 5 1/2 and put the line here. So the, where you folded it, the score in there, and go up. Oh, wait, it didn't want to, felt like it didn't want to cut, and then it started to. Wait a minute, 5 1/2 to 4 1/4. So So there's there and there's there. It would probably have to be a little bit longer, but just to show you, give you an idea. And then between the two there, so that this is cut out. Now make sure, hopefully I did that correctly, because I was wanting to show you, but you know, once I get on camera, sometimes things do not go quite the way. Well, I didn't fold it back, that was part of it. But let's say this was the whole card, and it like the whole card. Okay, so that's folded back. Anyway, let me try it one more time, because I really messed that up. I apologize. So here's the card. I forgot. This folds back. Silly Sonia. This folds back. And you're only cutting between here, between there, and the outside. So I'll try that one more time. So here's, you're going to cut from the fold. Now we want it, I'm just going to, from the fold, this is, I'm just going to do it over to this 7.5. So it went from, okay, I didn't quite have that there, did I? Yes. Oh no, I didn't. 6.5. So I can get it the same on each side. 7.5. Okay. And you would probably may do it a little bit more than the 6.5 and the 7.5. I'm using the numbers here. 6.5. Whoop, it went a little far. But anyway, 6.5, 7.5, and then you're gonna, then it would cut out the very end here. So that's gonna be, just line those up on those, and then take it from there. Yeah, I did a little far, but anyway, like this. Or you could cut it with your scissors. It might be easier with your scissors, to be honest, than with this. Let me try that. Because with your scissors, you can see a little better maybe. From the fold though, so just put a little, you might want just a little tick mark, like just like little like this, and then you're going to go and just cut it, and you probably want to draw in here before you did that, but just like this. And this was, I know it's not even, but basically, so you can do it without a die is all I'm trying to tell you, because this would be the same thing. Then your piece that you put on, you're gonna, whatever that size is over here. Okay, so that part does the same. I'm trying to help people, and I think I made it worse. Oh well. Sometimes the best laid plans don't work out quite the way we're hoping. So let me see. I do want, I'm gonna put, now because this moves like that, you might want to be just a little careful. What I did, I was just going to show you, here's my other one, of course, because now I only see the one. There's that one. There's this one. Oh my gosh. That's my life around here. Anyway, so this, I messed this up a little bit, and I'll just be honest, I folded it, didn't fold it quite, went the wrong direction, and then I was trying to get it to line up with this, and I just had, because I needed the blue on the back, or I wanted the blue on the back. It could, because I realized after I could do it a little differently, but I wanted, you know, like to have a one card, full card there, but because I folded it, it kind of cracked a little bit. Our paper doesn't usually, this is because I made a mistake. Nothing wrong with the paper, it's the person making it. But putting these flower heads right there, you really can't see that. But I just want to show that's, and I kind of liked how that looked. So, you know, all the best, and there's the flowers inside. So this one, Hello Friend. And I am frustrated with myself because there was something with the other, which, where did I? I knocked it on the floor. Yes. The round one here, what I did was I put the flower, oh, my head's in the way. Oh, good grief, Charlie Brown. I hope it hasn't been in the way before. See, I put this around here, and when this opens, it goes behind it, but you can still see some of it. Okay. These, they're there, and then you do see them when you, so it just depends on, you know, what you like. And, you know, if I wanted, see, I could even just, if I wanted to put this, again, it's going to go behind it, though. But, let me see, I just had this thought. But no, it's not going to do it. My thought's not going to do quite what I was thinking it might. But anyway, that's big. Where's the littler one? Oh, that's it. Did I have a smaller one? Thought I did, but I guess we do not. Okay. You could stamp some. Is this smaller? This one's a little smaller. Maybe I would just even, let me see, if I do this, but that's on there. So that will, that's what I could do. So if you want, you're just gonna, I wanted to hide that, I do want to hide that blob there. But I might, could stamp on there too, just like you did the back. Maybe that's what I'll do. Just stamp on there and put this flat. Do just one of these and get it correct this time. This. Oh. And see how much of this. There. Let me fill this in, just try not to get my head in there for you. Just kind of fill that in a little more. Let me see, this other end's working today. Some days it does. There. More like that. And what I can do to also further to help disguise that, there's my ones that are already open. And I misplaced my, really I had my take your pick tool, which works really well for this. There. Whoop. Now it sticks to me instead of the card, of course. That can go right there like as the little, oh, good grief, where did that come from? That could go right there. So there's that hello friend. Okay. And maybe I will do this. And this over here. Oh, trying, I didn't, I rocked it away. There's that. And do this again, one of these little ones. Like that. And then I'm not stamping on the inside, but what you could do if you wanted is, because that's dark enough, you could use the pebbled path and stamp something there. You just want to make sure that you stamp it, it's either behind this or behind this, so that, you know, when they get it like this and take it out of the envelope, they're not seeing it right away. I'm going to add a couple more. Maybe right there. 1, 2, there. So now I got 3 of those. It always seems to look a little better when you have odd numbers. Okay, so there's that. So I'm sorry if I confused you with when I was trying to give you another way to do it if you don't have dies. All right, so those are those alternates. Here's this alternate, and then this. So I think you just make sure you can see them all in the... There, I think you can see them all on the screen there. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. As I said, my plan is next week to show you this month's paper pumpkin, and it does coordinate with one of our new sweets, so we'll bring that in as well, just so you can see the whole thing all together. Okay, and let me see. I'm gonna do this so that I can try and, especially when I go to take pictures here in a little bit. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope that everyone has a good evening, and until we meet again, my friends, happy crafting. Thank you.